Hello. So today I am going to be sharing 3 simple tips to love yourself more. I know it seems like such a simple thing, but it can be a very challenging thing to do for yourself, depending on what your situation is. So I am going to give you, before I get started, thank you for being here. I'm super grateful for your time. I really appreciate you, and I hope you learned something in today's video. And let's dive right in. So, the first thing that you want to do to be able to love yourself more is to prioritize your well being and mental health. This may seem like something that's, that's like, you may be wondering, like, why is it that important? Well, eating, making sure that you're eating properly, eating the right food. When I coach my clients, I tell them, I guide them, and I share the 80/20 rule. We call it the 80/20 rule with them. And because when I find that when we do it that way, 80% of the food is, I always say, it's the food that our body needs. It's nutritious. It's all the other things that we really need. And then 20% of the food is, whatever, free for all. And, if you're eating this way, then you are getting everything that's going to help your body heal and do all the things, right? So it's eating, prioritizing your well being is eating, sleeping properly, making sure that you're getting good quality sleep. I'm not going to say how many hours, but we are all different, right? And that's what makes life so interesting, because we are all so different, right? So determine what your thing is, like how many hours you need, and how you're able to function depending on how many hours you sleep, because that will help you out. I mean, we know that sleep is important, and it's crazy because it's like the most underrated thing. We always feel like we need to be, doing all these things, like extra thing, like, oh, chugging a cup of coffee because you don't have energy. But if you really started looking at how much you're sleeping, you'll realize that this is going to change so many other things. And then part of that whole thing that I just shared about prioritizing your health, I need to slow down. I'm like, talking so fast, is physical activity. I prefer to say physical activity because, the woman, the mom that I'm talking to, I don't want her to feel the pressure to think that they have to go to the gym, because most of the time when somebody says exercise, we think of the gym. So I prefer to use physical activity, because when we think of physical activity, then then it your mind clicks, right? You have an aha moment, and then you start having all these creative ideas of things that you can do, right? Like going for a walk with your children or your kid, going for a bicycle ride, going swimming, things that don't require so much effort, right? Things that we already tend to do as moms, as caregivers. So that was number one: prioritize your health, mental health, and your well-being. So that's part of that. Eating properly, 80/20. So think about that, 80/20. And then sleeping, making sure that you get so good quality sleep, and and movement, physical activity, right? So those are the things that will, help your well-being and your mental health and all the things. And then number two is to embrace compassion, self, embrace compassion with yourself, right? Embracing compassion. So being compassionate toward yourself. I just had a brain fart over there. Being mindful. So being compassionate towards yourself is being mindful of, things like what are things that tend to trigger you, like all that kind of stuff. And then also being kind to yourself, because you cannot expect people to be kind to you if you're not kind to yourself. And I always say, because I'm a mom, like I I always think, like, if I'm about to say something that's not nice to me, then I ask myself, like, would I ever say this to my son? And then if the answer is no, then I don't do it. So embrace compassion and, be kind to yourself and be mindful of things like, how we talk to yourself, right? How we talk to ourselves as mom. Because I mean, there are times where I look at myself. I know you have probably done this before, and it's just part of being human, where you look at yourself in the mirror and you start checking yourself out and you're like, oh, I don't like the way this looks and I don't like the way that look. So just, shifting our mindset and doing those kind of things could be really, really helpful. And then number 3, which is my last tip, is this one is huge: setting boundaries. Setting boundaries is it's something that I struggled with for the longest time, because I used to be a people pleaser. So if you were also a people pleaser in the past, or you're still a people pleaser, please let me know in the comments, because I know that someone out there can relate to what I'm saying. So setting boundaries can look like, saying no. I'll give you an example. My son is 4.5. He still takes naps, and there are times where I I'm invited to do stuff, and then I think about, if I interrupt this boy and he doesn't take his nap, like, he's not going to be in the best mood. So setting boundaries will be me saying, no, I'm not able to do that because my son has to take a nap, because when he's happy, mommy's happy and daddy is happy. So those kind of things. And then also, the other example for setting boundaries will be something like, just telling people to just, peace out, because they don't respect you as a person. They don't respect your values, your morals, and that kind of stuff. So I hope these things were helpful, because I find that when we do, if you can get to a point where you do all these things for yourself, then you start loving yourself, and then other people are able to feel that as well, and respect you, right? Because you're not a yes woman, and you're not letting people walk all over you and expecting them to do things for you that you're not able to do for yourself and with yourself. So I hope these were helpful. And yeah, so don't forget to like this video, like somewhere over there. And if you found value, or if you have your best friend that you feel like she may benefit from this video, please send this video to them. And also don't forget to click the bell so that you don't miss any videos, so yeah, that you are oh my gosh, I can't, so that you are notified when I upload videos. I do upload videos on my channel every Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I also do YouTube Shorts, so you can also go check my short form videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.